Well, today we're going to talk about the expense of being a vegan, right? And whether the pros and cons of living in a house as opposed to not having a house, right? Okay. When you have a house and a kitchen, right? You can feed four people, and for a whole month for like $100, because I mean you can buy vegetables, you can get all kinds of cool stuff, and you can prepare it yourself. You can prepare the portions, right? Everybody can be happy. I mean, you can make stuff right today. You can make an abundance of stuff today. You can save some in the refrigerator. You can put some in the freezer, right? You come back, you eat some tomorrow. I'm saying 2, 3 people can eat, comfortably, right? Then the whole thing works, right? I mean, we're getting to the point where grocery store chains, Whole Foods, Safeway, Fry's, saying a lot of chain stores are starting to sell a lot of vegan products, right? And the expense is coming down, right? It's getting affordable, right? It's not that hard. If you're on food stamps, I'm saying in Arizona you get $194 a month, right? I mean you can live, you can eat, Sam, 3, 4, 5, 6 times a day, right? Sam, if you have a house and a kitchen, right? It's not that hard, right? Beans and rice, saying cabbage, saying all kind of cool stuff, lentil burgers, right? I mean, there are literally thousands and thousands and thousands of cool vegan recipes all over YouTube, saying all over the web in general, saying where you can get ideas and you can get ways to make vegan food that's cheap, it's inexpensive, it's easy to produce in mass quantities. Boom. Now, let's turn the page. If you don't have a house, you don't have a kitchen, right? You're carrying stuff around in your backpack. You're riding around in your bicycle. You can't carry anything more than what you're carrying to survive, right? A little bit of food. You made a loaf of bread, you know what I'm saying? Maybe some peanut butter and jelly, a couple of ramen soups, right? You know what I'm saying? You are reduced to going to the store every day, every other day, every third day, right? Trying to find something, eat. And then on top of that, your choices are even more narrow because now you're focusing on processed packaged food items already. And you can't, I mean, you can't buy bread, saying off the rack, the dollar bread, because you don't know if it's made with milk or eggs or whatever, whey, some kind of whey product or nothing, right? So you have to read the labels. You have to figure out what's what and who's who, and sometimes that is even more expensive, right? And then on top of it, you're limited to your $194, right? And this and that's only the surface of the problem. The bottom end of the problem is you have nowhere to cook it. You can't build a fire right here on the sidewalk, right? You can't go to the park, and every day and throw a bag of charcoal on the grill and cook up some veggie burgers, right? If you're lucky, you're saying, and you have some friends, right, that allow you to come in and cook some food at their house and everything. That's just a stopgap measure for today, right? So it becomes this huge, expensive proposition just to feed yourself because you're riding your bike around all over the place, you're walking all over the place, you're burning up 2, 3 times as many calories as normal, right? And so therefore you have to eat 3, 4 times more than normal. So like me, I ride my bike everywhere. I live in a house, but yet I still eat 3, 4 times a day, and I eat a lot. I eat a lot every time I eat, right? But yet it took me a whole month to spend my $194 because I have that luxury of having a house and a kitchen. All right? Now, what do we do? I mean, this problem is not easily solved because you can't carry a 50-pound bag of rice in your backpack. You can't carry extra 3 gallons of water around to make soups with, right? I mean, the cops are going to get you for building a fire, out back behind, Safeway, just to make yourself a grilled cheese sandwich. And on top of it, you got to carry the grill with you. You got to carry all the utensils. You got to carry pots and pans. I mean, it's just virtually an impossible task, right, to be a vegan person when you don't have a house, right? I mean, I'm not saying there's people that don't do it, right? But it's 3 times more expensive for them to get it done, right? So how do we solve this problem, right? I mean, because there are more and more people are finding themselves wanting to go plant-based and wanting to be healthier and wanting to do more things, right? So I, it's just, see, I've thought about this for a little bit, trying to figure out how to do it, because the potential for all of us to end up without a kitchen is really high. This is me, Brian, scratching my head on this one. Thank you.